What happens when loyalty turns into lies? When love becomes leverage? When Instagram Live becomes the courtroom for the messy, the married, and the morally missing? Because tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're not talking about your average love and hip-hop drama. Oh no. This is a full-blown emotional demolition caught in 4K. Picture it, Yandy Smith Harris, the woman who built her brand on strength, family, and forgiveness, sitting under that perfect ring light with tears cutting through her foundation like razor blades of truth. She presses go live, thousands join, and in less than 60 seconds, the entire internet watches her world explode. But this wasn't just heartbreak, it was a public execution of trust. And the trigger, her husband, Mendeecees, allegedly creeping with none other than Erica Mena, the queen of chaos herself. The woman who could turn a yoga retreat into a UFC brawl. The same Erica who said she was on a healing journey, apparently. Her route to inner peace ran straight through somebody else's marriage. The question isn't just what happened. The question is, how long has this been brewing? Who really lit the match? And why does it feel like every love and loyalty quote on Instagram suddenly aged like spoiled milk? Buckle up, because this isn't a storyline. This is a scandal with receipts, rage, and reality TV revenge written all over it. It started like any other live stream. A regular night in the Smith Harris household where Yandy's candles burned slow. Her playlist hummed soft, and her followers expected nothing but motivation and globe energy. But that night, something was off. You could see it in her eyes, not the kind of sadness that comes from a bad comment, but the kind that comes from betrayal. Her voice trembled slightly. The chat flooded with "Are you okay?" comments. And then, like a lightning strike, she said at a woman, "I called my sister. I slept with my husband." The room froze. The internet froze. Even the Wi-Fi seemed to gasp. And right there, in that split second, history was made not by a politician or a performer, but by a heartbroken woman holding her phone like a weapon of truth. Behind her, Mendeecees appeared, pacing like a man trapped between guilt and exposure. The chat went wild, emojis exploding like fireworks eyes, flames, broken hearts. Then came the Navarro moment that made the internet collectively scream, "You wasn't supposed to say that on live." One line, one sentence, and just like that, the perfect couple image shattered like glass dropped on concrete. Mendeecees stormed out, slamming the door so hard it might as well have been the sound of their marriage ending. And while he disappeared into the night, Yandy stayed. Shaking, breathing, whispering between sobs that she had trusted, believed, and protected him. But this wasn't just about one mistake. This was a betrayal layered with years of loyalty, jail visits, forgiveness, and public image management. She wasn't crying over a man, she was crying over the brand they built together, now crumbling live before thousands. Within minutes, Twitter caught fire. Protect Yandy trended, Eric again flooded feeds. And one tweet summed it up perfectly. Yandy was building an empire. Mendeecees was building excuses. Bloggers smelled blood. Fan pages turned into newsrooms, and by midnight, Erica Mena's name was trending higher than any celebrity birthday or award show. Screenshots of her old interviews resurfaced clips where she preached about peace, growth, and not entertaining drama. The irony was delicious. Meanwhile, gossip blogs posted old photos of Erica and Mendeecees together, smiling a little too close, eyes locked like they shared a secret the rest of the world couldn't see. One post claimed Erica had been visiting sets where Mendeecees was filming, calling it just business. But fans weren't buying it. They saw the body language, the chemistry, the little smirks that said more than words ever could. And as Yandy's tears dried, something inside her changed. Her sadness turned to steel. Because when a woman like Yandy breaks, she doesn't stay broken, she plans her revenge. Quietly, calmly, one screenshot at a time. By the next morning, the internet had become a digital war zone. Every blog, every gossip page, every YouTube commentator had turned into a self-proclaimed private investigator. People were zooming in on screenshots, comparing timestamps, decoding background decor in selfies like it was an FBI sting. And right in the center of it all, one word echoed louder than the rest: receipts. Because apparently, Yandy had them. Rumors started flying that she'd found a burner phone hidden inside Mendeecees' gym bag. Not your average side to this, but a full-blown graveyard of secrets. Text threads that read like bad poetry, late-night voice notes, and pictures no wife should ever see. One alleged clip had Erica whispering, "She doesn't understand you like I do." That line alone detonated across the internet. Podcasts broke it down syllable by syllable. Fan pages slowed it down, filtered it, and added dramatic background. Music like it was the Zapruder film of reality TV. But what made the story explode wasn't just the cheating, it was how sloppy it all was. The burner phone wasn't even password protected. Mendeecees apparently used the same 4-digit code as his Netflix account. The disrespect was mathematical. Meanwhile, anonymous tipsters flooded gossip blogs with DMIs, claiming they had proof of Erica and Mendeecees at a Miami hotel, at a studio in Atlanta, even at a business meeting that looked suspiciously like a date. One woman, calling herself the Receipts Queen, claimed she'd been sitting on proof for months waiting for Yandy to see the truth for herself. By noon, the blogs were posting side-by-side comparisons. Mendeecees' hoodie in one clip. It's the same hoodie in Erica's story 2 days later. Coincidence? The internet doesn't believe in coincidences. Screenshots surfaced showing Erica's nails matching the reflection on his car window. At that point, fans didn't need confessionals. They had evidence. And while Erica stayed silent, her silence screamed louder than words. Her Instagram stories went dark, her comments were turned off. And yet, every hour, she gained another 100,000 followers. Because in the twisted world of reality, fame, scandal is currency. Yandy, on the other hand, disappeared. No lives, no posts, no statements. But according to insiders, she wasn't hiding, she was lawyering up. Meetings with divorce attorneys, brand managers, crisis teams. The woman who once said, "I protect my peace," was now protecting her empire. Meanwhile, VH1 insiders whispered that Mona Scott Young had already called emergency meetings. Producers were scrambling to figure out how to spin this mess into ratings gold. Love and Hip Hop had seen fights, breakups, and even court cases, but never an affair unraveling live in real time. Mona reportedly told one executive, "We don't need a script anymore. The drama is writing itself." And while everyone else chased clout and comments, Yandy was quietly chasing evidence, the kind that could end marriages, partnerships, and maybe even careers. The silence that followed was the loudest noise of all. No more hashtags, no more T-pages, no more sympathy comments, just the sound of a city holding its breath, waiting to see what Yandy would do next. Then came the leak that made every other scandal look like child's play. A video surfaced, grainy but clear enough. Mendeecees and Erica in a hotel suite, whispering, arguing, touching, caught in their own web of deceit. The clip spread faster than wildfire. TikTok editors slowed it down, looped it, captioned it with sad songs and savage quotes. One post hit 3 million views in 2 hours. Fans were furious, bloggers were eating good, and VH1 executives were quietly popping champagne. This wasn't just gossip anymore, it was history in the making. But for Yandy, this was personal. While the internet joked, she moved in silence. Attorneys were lined up, brand contracts reviewed, assets separated. Word leaked that she'd frozen joint accounts and started filing for full custody. Sources claimed she wasn't just ending a marriage, she was ending an era. Erica, meanwhile, doubled down on her delusion. She posted a picture sipping green juice with the caption, "Peace isn't about avoiding chaos, it's about knowing your truth." Girl, please. The only truth people knew was that she'd been caught on camera. And Mendeecees, missing in action. No apology, no press release, just whispers that he was hiding out in New Jersey at a cousin's Airbnb, trying to figure out if a public apology could save a sinking ship. But it was too late. Sponsors started backing out, collaborations vanished, and the narrative had flipped. Mendeecees wasn't the redeemed husband anymore, was the villain of a reality TV cautionary tale. Mona Scott saw the headlines and turned her coffee into gold. A reunion special was already in production, allegedly called Love and Hip Hop, Loyalty or Lies. Erica demanded her own dressing room, extra security, and editing rights. Mona said no to all three but kept the cameras rolling. And just when everyone thought it couldn't get wilder, the receipts queen showed up with a flash drive that changed everything. It contained voice notes, call logs, hotel bookings proof that the affair wasn't a fling but a full-blown double life. When Yandy heard the recordings, she didn't cry this time. She just nodded, calm, collected, and done. Because when a woman like Yandy finally stops defending you, it's over. And as the world kept gossiping, she quietly signed her papers, walked away from the chaos, and left the clowns to fight for attention. The final line of this saga wasn't spoken on livette, was written in her silence, and there you have it, a scandal that started with whispers and ended with an empire in ashes. But if we've learned anything from this chaos, it's that fame fades, clout cracks, and lies always leak. The question now is, who's next? Because in this world of filters and fakeness, nobody's secret stays buried for long. So, what do you think? Should Yandy walk away for good or forgive the man who humiliated her on a global stage? Was Erica the villain or just another pawn in the game? Drop your thoughts below, no filters, no holding back. And if you love diving into the mess that celebs try to hide, you already know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Because here at BuzzVault, we don't chase gossip, we investigate it. Investigate it.